Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for stopping by the channel. In this video, I just wanted to post a quick update on my Omega Seamaster and the process I went through to upgrade the clasp to the toolless micro adjustment clasp. Now, as a quick note, the recent iteration of the Omega Seamaster, which is the 25th anniversary edition, has their new caliber 8800 in-house movement, and also all of those Seamaster models has this built-in push button micro adjustment clasp here, what gives you about 2 millimeter incremental adjustment on the fly. But any version of a Seamaster, and mine's a 2017 model, any version below that does not have it. You would have to look at like the pointed ocean line to get that feature built in. So I guess the overall question is this clasp upgrade worth it? And I'll tell you right off the bat right now, I think that it is a worthy upgrade. I'm going to show you the parts number for this. Now you can order this directly from Omega. You can order it online through like eBay. My preferred method is I went to my authorized dealer and I asked them to order this part specifically. Now I'm going to also show you the bill of sale that came from my dealer. You can see I paid 200 Canadian dollars from Raffy's Jewelers after they ordered it in, but they did the installation of this clasp for free. Now, you can also attempt this installation on your own. The only thing anchoring the clasp to the bracelet are these double-sided screws here on either side of this end of the bracelet. And then if you look at the swing arm here, you can see that that's fixed in place on this link here, just with another double-sided screw. Now I will say that these screws are extremely tight, so if you're going to attempt this installation on your own, please ensure you have the right micro screwdriver set to get in there and do the install on your own. Now I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison of the old clasp here on the left and then the installed aftermarket here on the right, just so you guys can see some of the differences in dimensions, and I'll show you the function of both. So right off the bat, you can see that the new clasp here is a fair bit longer, which I think is beneficial, and the swing arms when you open them up are also longer, and that just actually makes it easier to fit over your fist and get onto your wrist on the fly. One of my original complaints about this guy here was that it was pretty short, so when you opened it up, it was really hard to actually slide it over my knuckles and get onto my wrist. Now the function of this one, the added function here, it did have this dive extension here, but this was all or nothing. You can see that there's no incremental adjustment whatsoever. And you can also see here the length of the swing arms aren't that long relative to opening this guy up here, and look how long the swing arm's here. So what that leads to, again, it's just, it gives you a lot of extension, and then you could easily slide this over your knuckles and get onto your wrist on the fly. So here's a wrist shot of my Seamaster, and you can see the clasp here. It really acts as a nice counterbalance for the head of the watch, and it's slightly thicker than the older model here. So you can see it's slightly thicker, but it's integrated into this bracelet really well. I have no complaints about it whatsoever. So I would actually say that this is a pretty significant upgrade to any of the older Omega Seamasters you can find out there. The incremental adjust. It's very tactile, you can feel it, and when it locks in, there's no play there whatsoever. Closing up this clasp is still super secure. I think the Omega Seamaster has one of the best and most solid clasps in the business, and then combining it here with the toolless micro adjustment is definitely worth the upgrade. Now, you might be wondering, well, for $200 you might be able to purchase like an Omega Seamaster official NATO strap, like the Bond NATO. I'm just rocking my Seamaster on this really nice seatbelt NATO from Strap Mill Canada. I'll throw a link in the description below, as well as the discount code for this. So, you're only going to be paying about 20, 25 Canadian dollars for something like this, as opposed to upwards of sometimes even $300 for an official Omega aftermarket strap option. And then that price, I really think this clasp here is going to just increase the amount of wrist time that this watch receives, and I think it's a really significant upgrade. So that's all I really want to say in this video. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. Do you think it's worth shelling out an extra $200 after already, spending a fair chunk of change picking up a Seamaster like this? Or would you rather spend the money somewhere else? Again, I'd love to read your feedback, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video.